Just need company. Try to fix this. No hiking today or anything. I've just been, well, I had a small job this morning, and then I tried to fix my truck, and it didn't work. That beeping sound I've been telling everybody about forever, it's still happening. And sometimes the truck doesn't start, and all the dashboard lights come on, and the gauges all go down to zero. And then sometimes it won't start unless I get a jumper cable and put it onto the positive terminal of the battery, and I go underneath the truck with the other positive end of the jumper cable and touch the starter with it. So I just went into Walmart and got myself a hunting, one of those hunting, the fluorescent, what the hell do you call it? Hunting orange, whatever you call that. I got a little waistcoat because someone told me not to go into the woods because there's a lot of idiots around that could shoot you. So I did that, and then I had to go pay some guys for helping me out this week. And I had some pizza. And I was going to a walk and talk in the woods, but I've ran out of time. Now the days are getting shorter. That kind of sucks. So there's nobody even in here. I'm just talking to myself. Oh, somebody's there. I just saw somebody flash up. So, it's funny because when I first started this channel, I'll be honest, I thought, wow, wouldn't this be great to do as a career, and actually make money off this. And I quickly learned that there was a lot of scammers and hoaxers out there. So a lot of the stories that I was hearing might not all have been true, and there's not as much activity out there as I thought there was. When I first started going out there, I thought there was Bigfoot everywhere, I kind of had Bigfoot at the brain. But as time went on, I didn't have that quite as much, and I thought that the well was kind of dry where encounters and stuff are concerned. So I'm thinking, the only way you make money in the Bigfoot subject is to give people entertainment, put terrifying Sasquatch encounter in the title and all of this stuff. Don't care about don't vet your listeners or your people that come onto your show. Don't bother vetting them, because that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. What matters is if it's scary or not. That's what people want to hear. You look at any YouTube channel that has success in the Bigfoot world, and you'll see people like Man of Light there. He sees Bigfoot everywhere, he's talking about Bigfoot cloaking, and he can see a Bigfoot mother and a baby in a tree. Not in a tree, actually on the tree, like the shape of their faces, like classic pareidolia, like you see faces in knots of wood, that kind of thing. They get thousands of listens. So the only way I'm going to make money in this subject is to stretch the truth and not vet anybody, but I'm not going to do that, because the YouTube channel's become more of a way for me to document my journey, rather than a classic podcast interview style. It's always evolving, but that's where I'm at now. It's like I don't really care about the subscribers and stuff anymore. I just want to know what's going on. And it's almost like I've listened to so many encounters. I mean, I've probably listened to every Sasquatch Chronicle encounter, and I think there's 800 of them. And now it's like, okay, so I've had my fill of encounters. I was listening to one today. I still like listening to them, but I'm not like devouring them like I was at the start. Now I want to speak to people and figure out what's behind this phenomenon. Some days I wake up and I'm like, why isn't there no photographs? Every photograph and video that we seem to get turns out to be a hoax, or turns out to be pareidolia. mean, I don't think I've seen one that I would get behind 100%. Nowhere close to 100%. So what is going on? Why don't we have more photographs? Really? And I know people say, you know, well, they can hear you coming, they can smell you, they're out of there before you. But that doesn't... So many people see these things, and, you know, I was just listening to one about an encounter on an Oregon beach with a law enforcement officer and his girlfriend. And this thing's walking up and down the beach a few times, not really worried about their presence. Now, in a situation like that, you could totally get a photograph. Now, this was in the 90s, so but I mean, that's just an example of, like, I'm sure it happens today where Sasquatch doesn't seem to mind human presence. So, I mean, the excuse for, well, you know, it happened too quick, or they can hear you coming, it kind of wears a bit thin after a while. It's like, okay, that could account for most of them, but there's got to be one or two that can manage to get a photograph. You know, like a good photograph. So the only thing that keeps me believing, anyway, in Bigfoot, is the people that I trust that have had encounters. It's not the evidence. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't really any evidence. It's all witness testimony. Kasha, I can't really read what you're saying there. I'll have a look at it later. So sometimes I get really down on it, you know. So anyway, as was said, I could totally sell my soul and make it a sensational Bigfoot channel. It'd be nice to stop doing the job that I'm doing and really build up a fan base and all that stuff, but I don't really want to do that. I'm not saying that it's easy and that I can just do it with a click of my fingers. It would take a lot of work, but I just don't think that this is as common as we're led to believe. I think it's rare that people run into them, and there's not enough stories to go around, and a lot of them are embellished or straight out not true, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna go. See you guys later.